Hello. Hello. Yes, we're on. Excellent. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Everchosen. We are sadly down a Matt and a Katie.
Nope, I'm here.
Wait, a Matt?
Matt, not a Matt, a Lee.
A Lee.
It's been a really long week, and I am very tired. We are down a Lee and a Katie. Katie's not feeling very well, and Matt is dealing with
Lee.
IRL stuff. Lee's dealing with IRL.
I am here.
Let's just start. Because otherwise I'm just gonna. Sorry, Lee.
Okay.
Matt, who is here. Announcements.
Announcements. So, on Sunday, in the Wayfarers Discord, I will be hosting basically all day, just continuously all day, be hosting games of Phasmophobia and Forewarned, so please come along and join if you're into those games. Also, that evening, our Sarah will be joining in a live stream one-shot on another channel that you can find on Twitch, which is the Fumble Folks. They will be playing that evening, so make sure to go and check them out as well. Tuesday, hopefully we should be back on for our usual fun gaming, messing around stream where Feargus Hearn and I will be playing some Dungeon Defenders, so you can come check us out on that. Also, it was cold enough today that I felt comfortable wearing my Wayfarer's hoodie properly for the first time. And
oh yeah,
this thing is super comfortable, but if you've got a white one of these, don't wear it over a black t-shirt, because when you take the jumper off, you look like you've exploded a pillow.
Oh really?
Thankfully, I work in a place with a lot of tape. I was wearing a black t-shirt under this, and I was just like patting myself down with tape to remove all the fluff that had come off the hoodie.
That is amazing.
But if anyone wants to buy this actually very warm and comfortable hoodie, it is available. I believe this one I got from the Redbubble store, which you can find the link to on our website.
And it's getting to that time of year, so buy jumpers.
It is. Buy our jumpers.
Buy all of our jumpers.
But other than that, I don't think we have any big announcements. The Halloween stream was delayed, so that is going to be not this weekend, but the following weekend, which will be myself, Feargus, Sarah, Lee, possibly Katie, I'm not sure, and maybe some other people who'll be joining us. I've still got to chase up a few people about that. But that is going to be the Halloween one-shot stream that we were supposed to do last weekend, but people's inability to make it due to just other plans kind of threw a spanner in the works for that one. But that is the one that I did the poll for in the Discord recently to determine what kind of creepy monster I'd be throwing at everyone. So make sure to come check that one out as well to see what kind of creepy monster you guys voted for.
I don't want to know.
You're gonna know.
I'm not looking forward to finding out. I'm not looking forward to the Phasmophobia stream where I will just be terrified all day.
The Phasmophobia won't be a stream. It's just going to be us hanging out and playing Phasmophobia.
Oh, good. So you guys don't need to see me scream like a terrified little girl.
No, we do need to see that. We absolutely need
you don't.
At this point, I've already seen that.
Update for Phasmophobia. New Halloween update for Phasmophobia is pretty awesome.
Nobody needs to see that.
I've seen that. It's very entertaining.
Jack, I'll pay you for video evidence.
I don't have video evidence.
Get some.
I will find some.
No.
I will get some somewhere.
No. With those announcements over, let's jump into tonight's game.
No, let's not.
No, well. See, this is where I get to have fun. Let's start with a little recap. Having woken up in the apartment of Marina's father after a rather pleasant and comfortable night The group awoke to the sound of a somewhat heated discussion. Hushed voices that seemed to be coming from downstairs. One of them definitely recognizable as Marina's father. Oh, I'm so sorry. My phone alarm just went off. That was really off. Yes, one of them recognizable as Marina's father, and the other one being belonging to a man in burgundy robes. Realizing that their conversation was being overheard, the two men seemed to stop mid-sentence. Marina's father taking a letter from the stranger and kind of putting it in his inside jacket pocket before telling Marina and the rest of the party that it was merely an early morning customer that was having an issue. While that was going on, Hubert and John woke up in a rather different set of circumstances. They awoke in a cell, tired and hungover after their day of drinking. John, calling the guard over, asks why he and Hubert had been locked up, only to be let out moments later. The guard mumbling to them about that they were in the cellars as their disorderly conduct the day before wasn't looked too kindly on by the city watch captain. But he had too much on his plate to keep them for any real length of time. The group then reunited back at Master Tavrin's tower and heading back to the 10th floor where they were greeted by the Dragonborn wizard who had gathered a few things that he said would help the group with the next stage of their adventure. He presented to them a gate shard, this kind of long, strange, almost piece of glass that he said could permanently close divine gates, although it could also permanently open them, and so they should be rather careful with that particular item, as well as a divine conduit to help find the hidden locks and their entrances. That it turned out really only Hubert could use, as he had some divine connection with his relationship with the daughter. With these magical items handed over and kind of spread between the group, you guys decided that the best place to head for first would be the Isle of Ruscom, as it was the furthest away and probably the hardest to get to, as Kez opened a doorway to the infinite maze using the keystone that you picked up. Each member stepped into this maze and onto the next part of your journey, each of you experiencing a strange encounter with some unknown entity within the maze. And we will actually pick up with Frey's encounter with this said entity. And Frey, as you very, very reluctantly step through the maze doorway into this shimmering kaleidoscope. The walls shimmering. And as they continue to shimmer, they eventually come into focus. And you find yourself in an empty bar. You see two figures standing by a table, talking to a man with polished, silvery stone skin. You could just about make out the scars across his arms and face that appear as fissures in the ground with a faint glow emanating from just beneath the skin, as if lava flows under them. The two individuals talking gesture to a small girl standing just behind them, and they kind of push her forward. And you hear one of them say, she's strong, a hard worker, and she has some magical abilities. And you kind of see the man look over this small girl before he looks to hand the two figures something. And just before you can catch what it is he hands them, the vision shimmers again and changes. And you find yourself in a dark alley. A knife in your hand, bloodied. And at your feet lies a body. Your sister. And that's when you hear a voice. I can show you who ordered the hit, who's to blame for the death of your sister and all the tragedy that's befallen you.
I don't know what you think you know, but I know who's responsible for the death of my sister.
Do you now? Are you sure of that? Are you certain?
Well, I know who gave me the order, and I know who was the one to actually carry it out. I know the two people responsible in that hit. And I don't know who weird mystical ghost voice is, or what you want from me.
I just want to show you the truth. I want to show you the man behind it all.
What good does that do you?
Call it a favor for a friend.
Not your friend.
We could be.
People don't do something for nothing. What do you want from me?
I just want to show you the truth. That's all.
Truth as I see it is the truth that I experience myself with my own two eyes. I don't care about some voice from the ether telling me what happened to my sister, but you give me proof that you can help me take down all of them, at least the ones that matter, then we might be able to talk. Words mean nothing.
Let's see. We'll see, won't we? We'll see. I have a feeling I'll be seeing you again soon.
Can't wait. Thanks very much.
And as you refuse this entity's offer. Not as strongly as your party, but refuse still. The room falls away, and you find yourself suddenly falling, and a doorway opens up below you. And as you fall through it, you find yourself standing on a rather familiar, cold, rocky beach. Your friends around you. And you can see a little ways down the beach, the port town of Old Ruscom. Your home, the place where you grew up, and the place you swore you'd never return.
Well, fuck.
You're all on this beach, and as you look around, you see tall cliffs that kind of tall cliffs in front of you, and just off to one side you can see the beach sneak round and eventually turn into a harbour. And you see built into this small cove that you find yourself in is an old looking town. You can see what was once quite elegant architecture, but now covered in makeshift shanty buildings and centuries of neglect and weathering. You can see at the very back a steep set of stairs seems to be cut into the very cliffs itself and winds its way up the side. And next to it is a large wooden lift system. Unlike anything any of you except you three have kind of seen before, you would know that those are the stairs in the lift that lead to the rest of the Isle of Ruscom and the towns and city beyond.
This is Ruscom.
Yep, pretty shit. So let's not stay here too long, shall we?
It's kind of pretty out here. Not seen a beach before.
Yeah, what is this what they call a beach? Because I've never seen one of these before.
I didn't see you all in the maze. How did you make your way here?
Well, I was sort of flown in sort of a weird corridor, and a weird voice sort of talked to me, said me it could show me information about stuff, sort of like voices and stuff. I just told it to fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, who was that?
No idea.
Some powerful being or person who's messing around and screwing with us.
Wait, this happened to all of you?
Yeah, I had the same thing.
So you didn't see any maze? You didn't see all the doors?
No, I saw pretty sure I just saw my parents on the day my mom left. But
I heard voices of my parents, my real parents, complaining at me that I hadn't found them sooner. So I was like, well, you haven't given me any information. I don't even know who they are, you know.
I don't think I don't think it was real.
I don't think it was real.
I don't think it was honest.
The voice or the image?
Either. I think it wanted us to feel a particular way so that it could tempt us into doing something that it wanted. And so it manipulated us with this sort of stuff. I don't think it's... I don't think it was being honest when it showed us that stuff.
Well, mine was. Maybe not the voice. It sounded pretty full of crap, actually, but what I saw was real. Real enough as I remember it, anyways.
Well,
So how did you all make it to Ruscom?
and we went through the... We used the thing, the key, and I think
There were hundreds of doors.
I think we all just saw something different, and that's significant to you because of your background and that, but I don't think we saw the journey. We saw something that was trying to mess with us, trying to provoke us. And Frey, yours might have been honest to what you remember, and your history's already pretty, and probably didn't have to lie to you to try and make something to provoke you emotionally, like it would me and John, who haven't had it super bad comparatively.
Oh, no.
So maybe it's just that. But anyway, I don't think we have to worry about that. We can't exactly get back into the maze now anyway, so...
Very, very strange.
So,
Now we're stuck on Ruscom. Let's
Free.
at
So,
least try and find what we're here for.
Yeah,
One of them big lock things, right?
that's right. We've got to find one of the major locks, and we've got to seal it. So...
do you want me to try and disguise you up? Or do you seem a little bit less noticeable?
Oh, how good is your disguise kit? These people are pretty on it around here.
Well, I spent yesterday building it up. I've done it before. Have a go.
It's not gonna hurt if you're offering.
Okay, I'll get out my disguise kit and she'll let me know. I'll get rid of some of the defining features and see. I don't know. What do you want to look like?
I mean, how far can you disguise her? Because she's blue and she has horns.
All the defining features, I'm aware.
Yeah, it's gonna feel a little bit
Turquoise,
hard.
thank you very much. Turquoise.
Turquoise, and she's horns. I'm not.
Oh, then is turquoise not a common color?
Pardon?
So turquoise is not a common color.
Well, it's from my draconic heritage, so yeah. The scales, the hair, they're not exactly subtle, but
I mean, it might take up my entire disguise kit. I can probably at least make you look like someone different with draconic heritage.
Maybe I can.
anything you can do, I'll even pay you back. How's that? What's even in a disguise kit?
Just lots of makeup.
Makeup, wigs.
I don't know if that's described.
Okay, so Kez is going to try and disguise Free. Okay, Kez, could you roll me a deception check?
With my proficiency.
Yeah. If you are proficient with a disguise kit, you can add your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Oh fuck! Was it a 2? Oh, it's worse.
+3.
Great.
So that's a 5.
Hand or anything. but
And I think you rolled a 1.
Oh,
sleight of hand, I would get a +9,
It was bad and it got worse.
but it was performance, so it was +3. Yeah. So now you just look like a very primed up Free.
yeah. So you kind of,
You're trying to hide the scales.
yeah, in trying to hide three scales, you kind of make them slightly more pronounced. and then you're like, oh, well, that didn't quite work. So then you try and you kind of put like a fake chin and fake nose on her, but they're very obviously fake.
Glasses and
For your first attempt at disguising
gosh.
someone, it's a valiant effort. It's not very good.
I think what the dice have told us so far in this campaign is just that Kez is a slow learner.
Yeah.
Because any time that Kez has tried to learn a new skill, you've always rolled really badly.
Kez.
Oh, I should just look at her reflection and want to go, are you fucking kidding me?
Anyway, this is obviously not working. I will undo.
Just stop. Just get away from me. I'll just pull the hood up as far as it'll go.
Okay.
It'll be okay. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you.
Right, well,
Yeah, let's get out of here, please.
shall we proceed?
Where are we even going? I know Ruscom, but that's not very specific.
Well, somewhere in this city is one of these locks, and we need to find out where it is.
Detect kind of portal.
At work?
It's within a certain range.
I'll wait until we're in the city proper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Works up to a certain range, yeah.
Okay.
Do we have on our lists of like names and stuff, do we have any names in Ruscom?
No.
I thought all our names were from the north.
Yeah, all of your names were from one very specific kingdom.
Also, remember, basically all of Ruscom is run by crime, so...
Oh, yeah.
Well, Free, you would know a few things about Ruscom. You would know that it was once a colony of the Nasari Empire until around 260 years after the calamity, it broke away. You're not sure why it broke away, but you know that it did, and it's now this sort of haven for pirates and criminal organizations. And you know that there are 3 major crime organizations that are sort of in competition for the overall control of the island. There's the Open Hand, who you are very familiar with, which is, in terms of numbers, the largest organized crime group.
Do you mean the Silent Hand?
That's what I meant, the Silent Hand. Yes, the Silent Hand, who are the largest. Yeah, that's what I do mean. Who is, in terms of numbers, the largest organized crime group on the continent, and sort of the main muscle on the island. And their headquarters is within the original colony, now simply called Old Ruscom, which is where you are now. There is the Circlet, who are sort of the main competition to the Silent Hand. And they are the second largest organized crime group. But when it comes to illicit substances, they're the biggest producers of those. And they control the town of Halftown on the banks of Lake Erie. And the final one is simply known as the Black Court, which is a sort of a tenuous alliance between the 12 most powerful pirate captains and lords. And they naturally control Port Haven. And between these three organizations, someone is either elected or simply takes control of what is known as the free throne of Ruscom and becomes the free king of Ruscom. Roll me a history check quickly, because you would know all of that just from growing up here.
The history 11.
11. Okay. You would also know that an individual known as Rosadin Vale is the current free king and a captain within the Black Court.
So none of that bodes well for us.
Well, look, we are not here to mess around with criminals. We're not here to, cause any trouble for the people. We're just here to get this lock closed off. So we need to kind of we need to work out how to find this thing. And because your ability to detect portals, what's the distance on that? Like, how far away can you do that?
It's not, I don't know, I can detect the distance and direction within one.
Within a mile?
And I can do it, it's once per short rest. I mean, I need a break after doing it.
Okay. I mean, well, this thing might be like more than a mile below the surface as well. I guess initial plan would be maybe you go with someone and basically scout out the city and just keep trying to see if you can get anything on it, and maybe I'll try and find a local museum or library or something which might have some history from about Ruscom during the time of the calamity, and that might help guide us towards somewhere. Maybe Frey, do you know of any are there any like major sites in the city that are linked to the calamity?
Do I know of anything?
No, no, nothing linked to the calamity. No, there's nothing.
Let's
it would also be, if I'm going to go with someone scouting around, it would be helpful to have a map.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe let's find a tavern or something, just so that we have a mutual place where we can all meet up if we have to get separated. And then from there we can go and do the legwork. Find this place.
So, what's the plan? We find somewhere first, and then we go explore.
Yeah, let's find a place to make our base.
Yep, I'm happy with
Do
that.
this carefully. This is a dangerous place, not just for me, but for all of you. So we got to be careful what we set up and careful how we move.
Discreet. Got it.
Great, I'm so reassured.
I'm just going to take Frey's hand. Just go, it's okay. I know this place isn't good for you, but we're not going to stay here any longer than we have to. And we are going to be careful.
Just forgive me for being mildly concerned about the alcoholic over there.
I'm not an alcoholic.
You got
God,
arrested yesterday.
why do people keep thinking that I'm an alcoholic?
I
I'm
can't
not
go
an alcoholic.
I can't. Just go.
No, but maybe, considering where we are, John, and what this place is like, maybe we no drinks whilst we're here until we're back on the mainland.
Yes, I want to see this.
Just to keep everyone to keep their head on straight, because we don't want to take any unnecessary risks.
Wait,
We're here.
If you behave, I'll find you some of the good drugs. How's that?
I'm not interested in drugs.
Why not?
Because I'm interested in booze.
Same fucking thing.
It's really not. Booze never turn you into animals.
Okay, well that's an example of the bad drugs.
Look,
Look,
Well, that wasn't even you.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't even me. But considering in mind where we are, and considering in mind that you all say that this place is proper fucking dodgy, I will be clean. No drinking from John.
okay. It's just...
I give it 20 minutes, guys.
No, come on, look.
Take your bets. How long?
Right, who's got 30?
No, look, John. I traveled with you longer than I traveled with anyone else. I'm putting my faith in you on this one, okay? I am, because I know that you know how important this quest is, and I know that you know how dangerous this place is. We've got to be smart and we've got to be sensible, and we can't take those risks. So I trust you when you say that, and I want you to know that I trust you when you say that.
Have my word. As a Northman.
Frey,
You have my word. As a Northerner. No booze on my part. Not until we get back to the mainland. Right. Let's find this
Frey,
fucking vote so we can get back to the mainland.
Frey, Maris just leans over to you and says, I'll take those odds. I have a feeling that's something Maris would do.
Yeah, 20 minutes. That's the bet.
So you
Frey
guys
is hoping subtly guilting him will help.
I think sounds like a good strategy. But I like this sober John idea because it means we can get back to the mainland faster with two of us wanting to get the hell out of here.
So, you guys are going off to find a bar.
Yeah, a non-dodgy bar, please.
A non-dodgy bar. Okay.
Pirate murdery bar.
You know just the place, actually. You kind of head up through the port. Free, I'm guessing you don't want people to notice you. So
As
please
much
can
as it's possible being
please can
turquoise
you
and
roll
purple and
me
wearing a fake nose.
please can you roll me a stealth check?
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's not good. 10.
10. Okay.
Why is this group so bad at stealth?
Sorry. Frey, you being from here, know exactly the bar that you should go to. And you head to a dingy little establishment. It looks like it's built out of several kind of boats that look like they've been scraped from the bottom of the ocean, kind of haphazardly slapped together, known as the Kraken. And it kind of sits at the edge of the port itself. You know that it's a popular drinking hole for various smugglers and illicit traders that use this port for for smuggling and illicit trade, and that it's run by a relatively no-nonsense half-giant named Hector, who kind of doesn't like business to be conducted on his property. And he's not affiliated with any of the criminal organizations on the island. And as you enter, as you enter this place, it's like the outside. It's very haphazardly put together. The tables look like they're made from bits of shipwreck, and the bar itself looks like it's been hammered together by somebody who has no carpentry skills at all. Hector himself is this large...
Marina, who's raised by a carpenter, is just cringing.
Yeah, this large half-giant who's kind of squeezed himself behind the bar and takes up most of it. You see two people start to get a bit rowdy, and then Hector immediately gives them a look and they shut up immediately, which kind of settles your nerves a bit, that despite everything that Frey has said about this place, and this town that she's grown up in, that there seems to be a place of relative stability, and you can find a little corner in the corner, a little table in the corner that's relatively private.
Should I go set up accommodation then?
Well, I mean, in an ideal world, we wouldn't have to spend a night here, but it's difficult to say for certain. Maybe just check to see if they have rooms available, and maybe we'll see if we can secure them tonight, rather than paying in advance.
How many do we need? Like 2?
I think we usually do 3s, but we can.
I can do that.
Yeah.
You 3s, yeah. All right.
There are 6 of us.
Yeah,
I'll go.
Place isn't notoriously spacious.
I'll go and ask.
I'm
Walks.
doing that just to get a feel of where we are. I'd like to do primeval awareness to see if there are any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead within a mile.
Okay. You get a few pings all throughout. None within the bar itself, but you do sense some fiends or people with fiendish blood dotted around the immediate vicinity of the bar within you. But that's it. It's only like 3 or 4.
Okay. I was expecting some, as long as they're not surrounding us.
No, they're not surrounding you, and they're quite spaced out. John, you're going up to the bar to ask for...
Yes. 3 rooms. Yes.
Hector gives you a quizzical look, and he goes, we don't do rooms here. We're more of just like a straight drinking establishment. But I mean, if you're desperate, I could rent you my back room for like $1 a night. It's not very big, and it's a bit uncomfortable. But if you're like desperate,
Let me just go ask my associates. Thank you for the offer. I'll just go check. I'll go over to the party and go. So how desperate are we to stay here? Because he doesn't really have any like normal accommodation, but he did say he'd rent us his back room for $1 a night. He says not very
3 silver a night.
3 silver a night. I thought you said $1 a night.
3.
To find somewhere living with sold on this place.
Well, I don't know. The fact that this place doesn't seem to be to permit the criminal activity within its doors does feel a bit safer. If we're going to be in the back room, I can always just put the dome up as an extra precaution.
Shall I take him up on the offer then?
Yeah, I'd vote for that, but hopefully we'll be out of here by then anyways.
If we're just going to be in the dome, what's the point of being...
Well, the dome's not exactly discreet. Dome inside a building is safer still than dome outside the building. And the dome can be dispelled if they have a wizard. Or similar.
I'll go tell him then. Yeah, mate, that would be great. Thank you.
Okay. He seems a bit taken aback that you took him up on his offer. Closing times at... let's see, last calls at 12. I usually close up at about 1. So long as you're back before then, I can let you in the back room.
Thank you very much, sir. I relay that information. Curfew's at 1. I have to make sure we're back by then. Any night activities?
I think the less time we spend outside at night, the better, especially with you and... Oh, no, Kez, you've got those goggles that make you see in the dark, don't you? Yeah. But John, you don't have anything that helps you see in the dark, so yeah, best best not to be out too late if we can avoid it. Alright.
That's the base setup. What was step 2?
Need to start making a move to work out where this thing is. So my plan, at least, would be to go and find either a library or a museum, and I'll do some research because that's kind of my strong suit. But outside of that, unless Kez really does want to just wander around the city, just trying to detect portals all day, what other options do we have that might lead us to where we need to find this thing?
Hubert kind of goes, I have this thing, and he holds up his little medallion that Mustard Tavern gave him.
Oh yeah, what did that thing do again?
I can tell you what it did, because hold on. Let me just find it in my
yes. It detects locks, doesn't it? Like
yes,
it glows, so you get to a lock, like the
Yes. The Divine Conduit allows anyone who is attuned to it to expend a charge to activate it. Once activated, it will search out and find any divine locks within a mile radius.
Okay, well, I guess that does kind of help in... So maybe then... maybe if Kez and John kind of take one part of the city, and then Frey and Hubert maybe take another part of the city, or unless Frey wants to come with me to the library, and I'll go with either Frey or Marisk to do some research, and we'll, I guess, kind of try and blanket the area as much as possible and get as much coverage as we can.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had marketable skills to bring to this equation, but...
No, I'm sure your marketable skills will probably come in handy at some point. Whilst we're,
My single marketable skill.
I'm sure there is something on this island that needs to be set on fire at some point.
There's a lot of things on this island that need to be set on fire.
I meant more in the sense of productively than destructively, but sure.
No, you could argue it's both, but sure, I'll take Hubert. And how many charges do we have on that thing? And what happens when we use them all?
On what? On the
On the
conduit?
medallion. Yeah.
It has. Oh, did I say how many charges it has? That would be intelligent, wouldn't it, of me? Hold on. Let me double check.
Frey's gonna get her dagger out and start drawing a rough map of the city on the table.
It has 4 charges.
And does it just die after we use them?
No, they reset after a long rest.
Okay, brilliant.
All right then. Well,
that's should at least help cover today. Let's get to it.
let's go explore.
Yeah.
Have fun. Try not to die.
Okay, so Kez and John are taking one part of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Hubert and we'll say Hubert and Maris,
Oh, okay.
because then we put the 2 characters that aren't here together. They go off and they explore another part of the city, and Marina and Frey, you guys were going to go and look for a library.
Yes, library.
Like Frey knows where that is.
Library or potentially a museum, because I feel like anything relating to the calamity might be more likely to find something related to that in a museum than a library.
Okay, so let's do. Yeah, let's do Kez and John first. So Kez, you.
But we're splitting up. We don't know which. Did we say we're going to?
Well, there's essentially the city itself kind of slopes gently upwards towards the cliff face and the stairs and the lift. And sort of the further up you get, the further down you get, the more kind of port structures you see, warehouses, dingy bars, the port itself with its ships. And the further up you get, the more kind of solid structures, houses, buildings like that you get. So it's depending where you want to go. Do you want to head more towards the port or further up towards the...
Okay, how dramatically does it slope up? Can we see the majority of it from down at the dock?
Yeah, you can see pretty much the whole town. It's not very big. It's very densely packed, but the actual space it takes up isn't big at all. Maybe half a mile end to end. It's really not a big place. It's just very densely packed.
Well, if it's that small, then we don't really see much reason to split up. If both of what we can do is extend to a mile, and we just stand in the middle, you get pretty much the entire place.
That makes sense, yeah.
If it doesn't work, we don't find anything, then we might split up and search further up the island. Although it's a big island, isn't it?
Free, you would know that people can walk the island in about a day and a half. You can walk from end to end in about a day and a half. It's not super big.
The map for the Divine Gate, did it specify that it was in?
It just said it was on the island. It did not specify. It did not specify that it was in a particular on a particular part of the island. It just said it is on the island.
And sorry, I just realized there are 2 Ruscoms.
There are.
Which one are we at?
You are in Old.
Old. Okay.
Old.
Yeah, okay, so we'll just head to the middle of the city and try it out.
Okay.
I'm down for that. Yeah, let's do that.
You guys head towards the middle of the city, and it's not hard to find it, as the middle of the city is dominated by these three tall, elegant, sort of spires almost that reached the almost reach the top of this little cove that this town is built into. You can see walkways stretch between the three towers, and there are kind of like buildings that look like they've been stapled to it, and the actual towers themselves are very elegantly designed, but over the years they've had kind of stuff built on top of and built into them. It's very very haphazard, and they look like that they're roughly within the center of the town. And as you kind of head there, the people begin to look a bit rougher, and you start to see, you will occasionally see the odd like shakedown of a store owner, or like a thief or a pickpocket run off with somebody's money. And as you reach the center of town, you reach out and try to detect a planar portal. And you don't get anything. And you see Hubert clutching his medallion and look a bit confused at it.
I thought Hubert and Marisk had gone off together.
No, we decided.
No, you guys decided that it was easier just to.
It was just easier.
And Hubert kind of clutches his medallion and then looks down confused at it. And then kind of looks towards you, Kez, and goes, medallion, necklace not work.
So it can't be here. If no one's getting anything, then it's not here.
More than a mile down, or somewhere else on the island. Was there any? How did you find the Divine Gate back in the last place we were?
Colton.
Yeah.
You kind of stumbled on that one. You guys knew that there was a cult lair
Yeah.
within Colton, and it just happened to be a place with a Divine Gate. You kind of stumbled on it.
Yeah, we tricked.
From the handout that you found the place.
We tricked one of the cultists that we knew was like one of the noblemen who was a cultist into leading us to the divine to the gate on that one.
Okay. Was there? Can you think that there might have been any telling? What was the place that it was? Was there any features about it that might correlate with other places?
It was kind of just in a cave. There weren't really many. The cult looked like they had built a stronghold adjacent to it, like they looked like they'd carved out a space for themselves within this old mining shaft that the gate was in. But the gate itself was just in, like a relatively standard cave.
And it was a little ways out of the town.
No, the gate itself would have actually been within the Heartspire mountain that the town was built onto. So, you could probably say it was it was probably maybe a mile or two within the mountain itself. So it wasn't in the heart of the town, although the entrance was.
I'm wondering if, I mean, it seems to be a dead end trying this, but maybe we should go and look for some sort of transport if we think that we might need to move around the island. What are our funds looking like? That's a decent amount. We don't have a central fund, do we?
No, you guys are looking after all your own stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Blank now. I think if it's not here, then we can try the other three towns. Maybe the lake might be.
So yeah, just before we continue, I've just remembered I had the sending stones in my backpack, so I would have given one of them to Kez before we left.
So I can use
Okay.
It's basically like a magic walkie-talkie. It's,
I can use it as many times as I want.
the sending stones. Let me check.
No, they're once a day,
Per day.
Yeah, once per day.
and you only have 25 words.
Yeah.
So I can send a message to Marina. Marina can reply, and then Marina can send one message back. So
Yes.
one talk and reply is one use of one stone.
Yeah. One talk and reply is the use of the other stone.
Yeah. And then I have the spell as well. It's just this saves me from having to use the spell too much.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess I'll send the message saying dead end, looking for the portal in town. We can meet you at the library. Where are you?
So I'm having a bit of a tough time hearing you, Chris.
Yeah, same. I know your audio's been going funny today.
Well, it seems to be stable now.
Yeah, it's just very quiet.
Oh, I'm using the wrong microphone.
Is that better?
Oh,
Yes.
That's
way
a lot
better.
better. Yes.
So this is the one that keeps cutting out. So let's see how this goes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll send a message to Marina saying that it was a dead end, trying to find it, looking for the portal or the gate in Ruscom. We can meet you at the library. Where are you?
Okay. With that, we will cut back to Marina and Frey as you guys look for a library or museum.
So, you seemed upset. You seemed upset last night when I said to my dad that Hubert was my best friend.
Did I?
Yeah, a little bit. You seem to take offense to that. That you were also my best friend. I love Hubert. He's my buddy. But sometimes when it's me hanging out with him, I sometimes feel like I'm also a bit of a mum. But with you, I just get to be me, and I really like that. So don't feel like I favor anyone else. Like you are.
You don't have to justify yourself. We're friends, but we're here to work and hopefully stop the world from ending.
Yeah, but
If I don't find, my best buddy as a result of all this, let's just say I won't be surprised.
I just didn't want you to think that I didn't, that you weren't important to me. That's all.
I'm used to it, it's fine.
Well, that's sad, and that's not the case here.
I try not to think about that kind of stuff, you know, like it's never been relevant to me.
It's never been relevant to me either. I never had friends before this. So it is important, and yeah, we're working, and what we're doing is important, but we can't forget about the fact that we're going through a lot of stuff together, and it's going to be hard, and it's going to be stressful, and bad things are going to happen, and in those times we need to have our friends. And I just need you to know that I am that, and I will be that for you whenever you need that. So don't write it off just because we're working and because it's hard and because you've never done this before, because we all are going to need each other as a lot more than just companions and as a lot more than just allies before this is all over.
I mean, yeah, we got some pretty tough stuff to go, and it's not been easy so far.
No, it's not. And you know, we, like, as far as demons go, that Vrock thing, that thing is nothing. Okay, like there is some really messed up demons that are crazy scary.
Well, that's what I wanted to know.
So yeah, but no,
Why can't they ever be nice? Why can't we just have to find something that's like?
I mean, they
nice,
are beings
cooperative?
they're beings of pure evil and chaos. So nice doesn't really come into it. And the ones that are nice are usually faking it.
Isn't evil just subjective, though? People have called me evil.
No.
I don't even know they're wrong.
Okay, you're not evil. You're out here trying to save the world. That's not evil. You're not evil.
Because I don't want to die.
Well, look. Is evil subjective? No. Evil's not subjective. There are things and people and acts in this world that are undeniably and like irrevocably evil.
How do you define that, though? Where's the boundary between someone trying to do what they think is best and kind of fucking up, and someone being genuinely evil?
I think,
for the record, I don't care. It's just fun messing with you.
Oh, you're messing with me. Okay. Look,
Well, I think it's interesting,
well, no,
but I'm not good at that whole like academic debate stuff.
I think that anyone with a conscience and with enough awareness and empathy in this world could identify an act that is inherently evil. The ones that can't are like psychopaths and sociopaths who just have no feeling towards other living creatures. And as far as what makes a person evil, I'd say it's a person who genuinely knows that the things that they're doing are bad and are wrong, and that they should not be doing them, and that they are causing harm, and that they are damaging people or places or things They actively know that they're doing it, and they know that it's wrong, and they don't care. I think that's what makes a person evil. You've done bad things, but I know that you care that you did them.
For a long time I didn't, which is why they made me do it.
I know you do now. Evil... Just because someone does evil acts or is evil at some point doesn't mean they're irredeemable. People can change. People can do penance, and they can reform, and they can make amends, and it won't take away the bad stuff. But as long as they are trying, and as long as they care about the things that they've done, I mean, that's rehabilitation. That's, you know, we see stories of angels who have fallen from grace and turned into horrible fiends because of evil acts and the desire to do something bad. But in theory, that goes both ways. A demon or a devil could rise, could suddenly grow a conscience. I mean, it's not likely, but it's possible. And if that demon or devil were to try and make amends for their wrongdoings, and it's possible that their entire nature could change.
And we just murder them instead of finding out?
And this is all theoretical. But
Also, you sound like Hubert's priest, just saying.
well, I mean, other than the whole taking all of Hubert's money thing.
Oh yes, that's
But
delightful man.
no, I don't sound like a priest. This is all. I mean, it's a lot of it's academic, but no, I feel that I believe that bad people and bad things are capable of change. They just have to want the change to happen. And if they don't want that change to happen, then it is the responsibility of people like us who are in a position of power and capability to stop them from doing evil things. Those who won't change their ways are still a danger.
I get that. It's just, it always has to be complicated, doesn't it?
It's morality of entire existence. It's not a simple thing. No.
It's a real bummer, though.
True. But it does mean that there is hope for everyone. They just have to want to find that hope.
If that's true, then I'll take it.
You already have.
As you guys are having this very deep philosophical debate about morality and the meaning of good and evil.
Everchosen's deep as fuck this week.
Everchosen is deep as fuck.
Oh, you give me any moral quandary to any character, I will fucking go into it.
Whoa, D&D just got deep as fuck, man.
As the two of you are having this deep philosophical debate about the meaning of right and wrong, and is there such a thing as good or evil? You're having a hard time finding anything that even remotely looks like a library or a museum. And as you're kind of as you're sort of wandering around, not really finding anything, Marina, the sending stone vibrates, and
Hang on, I'm getting a text.
Kez's message comes through.
What the fuck is a text?
I don't know how sending. I don't
No,
know.
they don't work that way.
Well, they do now. They vibrate before the message comes through.
Oh my god, it's D&D cell phones.
We should all get like those vibrate things and have like a special group where it's just us, like a message group,
Group chats.
like a group chat.
Marina, I think there's an earthquake in your backpack. What the fuck is happening?
Just other people shoot you weird looks. Just like, what the fuck is going on?
The sending stone starts randomly speaking in Kez's voice. Is that better? What do you want from me?
No, that's so much
That wasn't
worse.
what I was going for. No.
I've just had a.
That is so much worse. Is it like out loud?
I don't know.
Fergus,
Oh,
it's
well.
buddy, it's whatever you want it to be. It's fine.
It vibrates.
I was-
It vibrates, and then Kez's message comes through. Fuck you guys.
I've just had another thought. If someone's like using the sending stone and they're trying to explain to someone how professional we are, and it just vibrates, and it just John's voice comes through and goes, "All right, we're all here now." Yep, very professional.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on.
So we get a text from Kez.
So, I'm this close. I'm this close to just calling a crack and with you. You get Kez's message.
Okay.
However you get it, I don't care anymore.
It's fine.
What was the message?
Something about
I
them
said
not.
we hit a dead end. I mean, the town is small, so we didn't see anything. We can meet you at the library. Where are you?
I just couldn't remember because it's like 50 philosophical debates ago.
It was.
Yeah.
I was very put off by the philosophical debate that I was like, oh fuck, how do sending stones work?
So,
Oh, they vibrate, don't they?
I honestly don't know. I was just taking the piss.
No, I know, it's fine.
That happens. Like, we've been walking around for a while, and I cannot find a library anywhere. This town officially sucks.
I would argue with you, but yeah, it does.
Wait, is that all you're saying?
I don't know if I can contribute to the message, but if I know that's what Marina says, then I'll add that.
Marina will use the sending stone again and just message back. Yeah, let's try and meet up somewhere. And have a look around together. Let's meet back at the tavern, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so your sending stone does
Roger,
not vibrate.
Roger.
Your sending stone does not vibrate, but you do hear Marina's message in your head because it's literally just sending. It's literally just the sending spell, but you know who the recipient is.
No. Matt said she was using her sending stone.
Yeah. So
So it does vibrate.
oh, who cares anymore? I
We
looked it
do.
up. I looked it up.
We
I
do.
looked it up, and it was like, oh no, it's just you can use the sending spell without using the spell slot. and you know exactly who the recipient's going to be because it's the other person with the sending stone. So you just hear the message in your head. But sure, now the stone.
No, I get a vibration.
Now
I
the
need this for immersion.
Now
I
the
need it.
stones vibrate.
It's fine.
Yes. It's so much cooler.
It's canon now. Sending stones in Everchosen vibrate.
As they should. So, yeah.
And
we'll
everything
head
was right.
We'll head back to the pub.
Okay.
Discuss our next move.
As you all arrive at the bar, Frey, you see somebody you recognize
Oh no.
standing outside the bar.
Which one?
You see a small halfling named Hilly, also known as Beady Eyes. And as you guys start to approach the front of the bar, this halfling, who's kind of resting against the wall, kind of slowly approaches you and just looks up and smiles at you, Free, and goes, "Was wondering when you were coming home."
Nice to see you again, you short little fuck.
You know he wants to see you. Thought you could get away with sneaking through the town without him noticing.
Well, I told him I was coming, so it'd be a bit stupid if he didn't work out that I was here. You'll see that at least one of you has a brain cell.
And she kind of leans in and she goes, "Are you going to come quietly? Or are you going to have a little bit of fun?" And you suddenly notice that you are surrounded by people.
Marina's gripping her wand.
What do you want?
He just wants to talk. That's all. But he said, now what were his words? She doesn't want to come. Remind her who we are, I think were his words.
You think I forgot?
No. And all this time she's just smiling.
So what's this fun way you mentioned? I say no. What more can you do to me?
There's always... you could always just, rough you up. Drag you to him kicking and screaming. But I don't think you and your nice little friends would want that. Causing a scene in the town, that is.
I don't care. I don't care what you do to me, but they stay out of it.
Good. So you'll follow me then?
If you leave them behind.
No, I think they'd be coming as well.
Frey, we're not leaving you anywhere.
I'm not letting you come.
No. We're not leaving you alone with these people. And, you say the word and I'll drop a freaking monster on this guy's head.
Is it just Marina and Free that are there?
No, all of you
We're
are
all
there.
here.
Oh, we're all here?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought we were all here.
No, you're all there. And you
Oh, okay.
all suddenly notice that you are surrounded by people.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Yeah, I'd watch him. He's coming off the booze, and I wouldn't piss him off if I were you.
I'm sober.
That's like the
Hilly,
worst
at that, Hilly just starts laughing.
Oh, you think you're fucking funny, you stat-ass little prick.
Hilly's lost it. Hilly's just like, nah. Oh no, that was good. I needed that. Don't make this difficult. Just come and have a conversation with him. Then we can all go our separate ways again. You can go back to wherever it is you came from. We can all get on with our lives here.
I believe the last time we went our separate ways, I managed to do that all by myself and with no one noticing for a shocking amount of time.
Maybe we did notice. Maybe he let you go.
Well, that's even more pathetic, isn't it?
Why didn't you come and find out?
Are you sure this is what you want?
A fight?
Really sure.
No, I don't want a fight.
Did someone say fight?
For Christ's sake, John.
Say the word free, and we will
Say the words and I'll
mess
pick
these
up
guys
this.
up.
Say the words, I'll pick up this short-ass little prick by the throat and slam through the fucking wall.
At that,
Frey is
John,
actually laughing as
at
well.
that, John,
Mm.
you suddenly feel a massive presence behind you as this about 7 foot tall Minotaur has, out of almost nowhere, materialized behind you and just puts a very, very large hand lightly on your shoulder and just goes, try it.
Challenge or a threat?
A warning.
How's about this for a compromise? Seeming as how we've all had a fairly long and exhausting day. And if your lot are up for it, we meet, discreet location that both parties are happy with. No secret lairs, no underground fighting arenas, none of that crap. Open, public, no weapons. Then, if thing gets leery, anything happens, well, substance on both sides, I do like to use my fist in a good fight. How's about that?
Hilly kind of looks at you, John, as if you're as thick as pig shit. And she just goes, and then she kind of turns back to Free and she goes, you picked up some right morons on your travels.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Does he not know that we own the town?
I mean, who knows what he remembers in this state, let's be honest. But, you know, he may be a moron, but this lot of my morons, so you can fuck off.
Look, I can't go back to him without you. So I would really like it if you just came peacefully and we could get this shit over with.
You're scared of him, are you? Because I'm not.
I thought you were clever. Turns out you're just as moronic as everybody else. You're damn right I'm scared of him. And you would be too if you had any sense about you. If you did have any sense about you, you would have... Fuck, you would have just come. Have the fucking conversation. Then get on with whatever life you want. and you can see the kind of arrogance has left her, and she's now genuinely just trying to weirdly try to connect with you.
How about this? He gets 5 minutes, and if he says one thing that pisses me off, I'll cut your fucking arm off.
That's fair. But you have to
Not
meet him.
finger on my friends.
Your friends won't be touched.
Lead on them, having it all day. I'm fucking tired.
And she and the rest of this group that have kind of materialized around you lead you towards the 3 towers that Kez and John, you notice. And Frey, you would recognize these towers very well. This is Arcadia, the headquarters of the Silent Hand, and a place where you essentially grew up. As Hilly leads you in through what looks to be the main tower into this large 4-story tall bar. There's tables everywhere. The actual bar itself is 2 stories tall. You can see all sorts of people occupy this space. Everything from smugglers to what look like wealthy traders to members of the Silent Hand. Everybody seems to be rubbing shoulders, drinking and gambling. It is a hive of activity. And Hilly just walks very calmly through, nobody bothering her or you. And she leads you to a booth in the back. And there, sitting, calmly drinking a cup of ale, you guess, is a smooth, grey-skinned earth genasi. His scars seem to open up like fissures, and what looks to be magma seems to glow under them. There's a nasty looking glaive kind of placed next to him that he kind of just keeps very close by. And Frey, you know this to be Sandown Stonetree, the head of the Silent Hand, and your former mentor. And without looking up, he sees a smile come across his face and goes, "Well, isn't this a homecoming? Come,
Good to see you again, dickhead."
I'm glad you finally came home, Basilius.
Said I would, didn't I?
Did you? If you sent me a message, I didn't get it yet.
Well, guess traditional mail is slower than fuck off weird magic portals.
Indeed. And it seems the gods, fate, whatever you believe in, has a sense of good timing. You've come home at a rather fortuitous time.
Great.
Do your friends care for a drink? And he kind of clicks his fingers, and drinks are given to all of you. On the house, of course.
No,
A
we're
friend
good.
of...
We're good, thank you.
Very well. And he clicks his fingers and the drinks are taken away again. And he goes,
Sorry, John.
any
Fine.
friends of Vasilius here are friends of the hand?
They're not your fucking friends.
Oh, come now. Don't tell me you're still upset about that little business with your sister.
That little business, is that what you're calling it?
That's what it was. It was business. You knew as much when you took the job.
I didn't take the job. I was sold into the job.
No.
I was raised by you and did whatever you told me because that was the only life I knew. That's not a choice. That's
No.
slavery.
Perhaps. But we gave you a roof over your head. We gave you meals, did we not? Clothing, payment, a purpose.
I'd rather you killed me.
Don't tell me that before that little job with your sister, you didn't enjoy what you did. You were so good at it.
I was brainwashed. You knew where I came from and you took advantage of that. And I don't owe you shit, so why am I here?
You're here because I heard you came home and I wanted to see you. Is that so much to ask that an old master could see his greatest apprentice?
Well, a heads up would have been nice so I wasn't wearing this dumbass fake nose.
Yes, no, I was quite surprised to hear that you tried to hide your face here, but then it has been a while. And perhaps I do have something that you like.
Right, let's get to it, and I want to get out of here.
How would you like your freedom?
Got my freedom, thanks very much.
Oh, but you don't really, do you? From what I've heard, you've been running scared. Thinking we were hunting you down, that we were chasing after you. Truth be told, I was hurt when I'd heard that you left. Deeply so. I thought, no, not Vasilius. Not my Vasilius, surely. I did think about sending agents after you.
They
God's honest truth. I thought about it.
wouldn't have lasted very long.
And he kind of, for the first time, turns and acknowledges the rest of the group, and he goes, "You're rather feisty. I like that about people."
Well, only when I really believe in something.
Oh,
I can assure you that any agents that you sent after Frey would have ended up as small piles of ash.
Or thrown off of a bridge or a building. Anywhere high, really.
We've accomplished most of that already, haven't we, guys?
Yeah, most of it.
Things far worse than a couple of your petty agents.
Yeah.
yes, that is what Dylan told you.
I wrestled a
Jeez.
demon in the sky and punched it in the face.
That is true.
He kind of turns and looks with like almost disbelief.
That's actually true.
Yeah, that actually did happen. You're right.
That actually happened. And that was on a calm day.
Yeah.
Then it seems like you'll have no problem in dealing with this little issue.
The fuck do you want?
I'm making moves. I want out of this town. I want out of this shitty tower. I want bigger things.
You going after the island?
Maybe. What do you think? Freaking Sandown Stone Tree.
I think that sounds like a bad villain in a children's book.
I think it has quite a nice ring to it. But there are people in my way. More importantly, one person, an annoying little captain in the Black Court, Valerie Hawthorne. She's in close with the current king, and if my ears are anything to go by, she's about to make a move on his throne. If you were to eliminate her for me, remove her from the picture, then my own agents could make their moves, and, well, this little chapter of ours can close. Any debts that you have to the Silent Hand will be naturally wiped clean. You'll be done with us. And us with you.
We
I was
are
done
not.
5 years ago. I'm not assassinating some random captain from down south.
We are not assassins for hire. And frankly, our business is more important than anything to do with your insignificant organization.
Insignificant.
Listen,
Wildly insignificant in the grand scheme of the work that we are actually partaking in right now.
And tell me, what work is that?
Preventing the end of all existence.
we want to tell them about this, do we?
Basilius, you've come so far, helping stop the apocalypse. My. I thought you were smarter than that. I thought I trained you better than that.
Letting everyone die, yeah, that's real great. Real great for everyone.
Yeah, I fail to see how your perspective on this is the smart one.
You don't actually believe that the
I want to
world
be
is...
king. Oh no, my entire kingdom is dead. See the problem with that logic?
Hey,
Idiot.
Actually believe that the world is ending. We've seen it.
Yeah.
the world is always ending. There's always the doom of things ever since the blasted calamity.
Yeah.
Every now and then some doom cult pops out of nowhere, spouting it to be the end times and the return of some dark deity, but nothing ever happens.
But this time's for real.
Yeah.
Why do you think I was wrestling a demon in the first place?
I thought that was just some colourful language you were using.
No, literally a rock demon. Literally a rock demon in the sky.
Yeah.
So the calamity happened, and the calamity could happen again.
Second calamity.
In fact, it will happen again if we don't get back to our work.
Yes.
Second calamity.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you see how your concerns seem very wildly insignificant?
Yes, no, my priorities have changed drastically.
Well, that's not fucking good, is it?
There we go.
Guys, I knew he was crazy, but like these past 5 years, I swear he's gone off the deep end.
Here's the deal. And this is a kind of take it or leave it kind of deal. Except if you leave it, you don't leave here breathing.
I mean, you have no way of keeping us here. But
we are.
What is it you're offering?
You deal with my little pirate issue.
Okay, well, that's not happening.
And maybe I know something. Maybe I don't. I've heard things.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. He definitely knows you.
He rolls a natural 2 on the saving throw.
Oh, so you're probing.
Oh yeah, I'm probing deep into this fucker's mind, and I'm using a portent to make him fail the roll with a natural 2.
Yes,
Okay.
Marina.
Okay.
Nice one.
His immediate thoughts are these guys are fucking rude and obnoxious, and
All true.
they have taken something very precious from me. That being Frey. His deeper thoughts are on two things. One is an almost all-consuming obsession on becoming the Free King of Ruscom. Like, you've sensed people with obsessions before, Marina, but this is on a whole nother level. It's almost frightening. Like, this guy will do anything to see his obsession become a reality, and it takes you back. The second thought that you get, buried deep down, is pure terror that how do I describe this? Pure terror that whoever if his masters ever found out that he failed, the consequences would be worse than death. And when you said the word demon, alarm bells started ringing in his head.
Who do
Like,
who do you serve?
Who do I serve?
Yes.
A fish.
Which demon do you serve? The masters you're so terrified of. I imagine they fuel your obsession quite well.
Well, this just got interesting.
This got very interesting.
He kind of looks around the bar and he goes, he kind of clicks his fingers and a figure approaches. And he whispers something in their ear. And suddenly you start to see people start standing up and shooing people at the bar. Anybody that isn't a member of the Sun Hat starts to get rushed out. And those that are members start heading up stairs to other parts of the tower and the complex itself. And Sandown just sits there staring at you as the bar is completely cleared out until it is empty.
Got very spacey in here.
Shut it. This is no joking matter. You, half-elf girl, what did you do?
You underestimated Frey and the rest of us very grossly this whole time. And we know things.
What things?
I know that there is someone that you call Master. I know that all this talk of demons has made you incredibly uncomfortable. I know that you still see Frey as a piece of property, despite the fact that she has outgrown you and surpassed you many times over since leaving.
But
And you see us as thieves to that property, but we are not thieves. And we are not property. We are hunters and killers of demons and devils, and have faced off against a great many of them so far. I do not know which one of these monsters that you call master, but I would be intrigued to know.
he kind of looks around,
I would
as if
be...
to make as if to make sure that the bar is empty. And he turns to you and goes, "They are not demon. They are not devil. They are something worse. Far worse. A simple demon, a simple devil. They can be killed, banished. No. No, this creature is darker.
We know what is coming to this world. We know what these demons and devils are trying to do. Whatever master you serve, I can only imagine is a part of that plan. As if they are darker than even the lower planes themselves, such a great act of evil would not go unnoticed by them.
They are the thing that terrifies the things that go bump in the night. They are the thing that the demons you say you've been fighting run from. No, they would not like me saying this.
They don't need to. They don't need to.
Yeah, they know. They know. And Frey, you've never seen Sandown like this. He's always been somebody who has been, even though he's been cruel and manipulative, he's never shown true fear before. And he's always come across as somebody who can be negotiated with. And now you just see this small humanoid man terrified of something utterly beyond his comprehension.
I have a proposal for you. There is a reason we came to Ruscom, and it was not your organization. We are looking for a location, something linked to the calamity in some way that we know is somewhere on this island. And if your grasp is as wide as you say it is, I'm sure you may have some idea what that might be. Give us that information, and we will ensure that whatever this great evil is does not come to pass in this world.
No, you don't understand.
No, I do.
He's already here. You cannot stop him
All things,
because he has already come to pass.
all evils can be stopped and all evils can be undone. It just requires the people to want them to be so, to be willing to do what it takes to do so, and that is us. But we are running short on time, and I don't like to be cruel, and I don't like to be mean. And I have no personal grievance with you. But
I do, and we will leave you to die.
there are people but Frey is, and I think it quite likely that the things that you have revealed to us so far can remain a secret if you're willing to help us.
He kind of looks at you, Frey, and he goes, and for the first time you see regret in his eyes. And he goes, my dear visitors, I never hated you. Despite what you think of me, I saw you as one of my own, as I did with all the orphans that came through my door. And perhaps I was a cruel man. But then, we live in a cruel world. And I only bought what people were willing to sell. I did not. I'll tell you what you want to know. The artifact, yes, I understand it. It is beneath Halftown, or the entranceway to it is beneath Halftown. That was one of the reasons why he entrusted me to become the Free King, so I could keep the doorway safe. You'll find it there in the mud quarters. It's funny. You say you don't like to be cruel. Yet by exposing my secrets like this, you have not just condemned me, but those around me to a fate worse than death. So go, find your artifact, do what you must.
You made your choice.
Oh,
and
I know.
Signed yourself on with this thing, but those around you don't need to suffer. If you care about them like you say you do, then let them go.
You don't understand. He doesn't care.
None of them do. Those evils.
He sees them as an extension of myself.
Like you saw me?
No. You were different. You were never an extension of me. You were... You were always meant to replace me one day, Vasilis. You were always meant to make this place better.
That's what I'm trying to do. Just my idea about it is different than yours. And you need to trust us that we can fix this. No, trust isn't strong in these circles. But I've been running with these guys long enough to know what we can handle. And if something happens to you and the people you put in danger, that ain't on me. I don't want them to get hurt. I don't even want you to get hurt, Sandown. Because that's not who I am. I mean, I would fireball your face off if given the opportunity, but, you know, side notes and all that. But I can't control what you do, and I'm not going to feel guilty about it. So, deal with your own problems. Deal with your own guilt. We're going to go fix this mess you've made and try and stop the apocalypse.
It's nice to know those things. But I have a feeling that he already knows what I've done. And if he does, then I am already a dead man. And this place is already ash and fire. So, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to enjoy the last hours of my life however I want. And you can judge me for that, or you can, well, quite frankly, I don't give a fuck what you do now. Just go. And Vasilis, be better.
I already am.
I know. And he takes a massive swig of his drink, clicks his fingers, and a band starts playing. And the bar slowly starts to fill with members of the Silent Hand. And Sandown just sits there, silently.
If he comes for you, pass on a message. He will get his days are numbered.
I reckon that Sandown should be pretty careful. It's a tall tower here. Accidents happen all the time.
He's giving us what we want, John. Let's not keep threatening him at this point.
It's not a threat.
I was meant to be out here
I'm just saying that this tower's very big and tall.
Oh my god, though, it's so hideous since I was last here. What the hell do they do? You know, if they burn this place down, I'll be fine with that.
To be fair, Fee, it's exactly how you remember it.
Okay, well, it's still hideous.
Not a lot's changed since you left.
I mean, Frey, if you really want revenge, we could lock the door when they're all asleep and burn it down.
I don't want to kill everyone, John.
And as you guys leave Arcadia, and Free, you start leading them towards the stairs and the lift that take you up to the rest of the island, we will leave it there. Because it's nearly 11 o'clock.
No!
Oh shit, is it?
Yeah, it's nearly 11
Holy
o'clock.
shit.
It's like at 11.
I would like to say one thing, and that thing is, fuck you, Fergus.
Did I make you feel bad about your... Yes.
I don't care if he dies, but that was way too much stress. Stop laughing at my plight.
No, I'm laughing at I'm laughing at just how well that went.
That went well.
We didn't all die, so you know.
Yeah, that's always good.
Better than I was expecting
Anyway.
to go.
I don't like playing a
Anyways.
sober John.
See everybody next week.
Yes, thank you all for watching.
Next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't forget.
Danke.
Danke.
I'm German now. Danke you all for watching.
Danke schön. And everyone, once again, make sure to check out the Fumble folks on Twitch on Sunday for their Halloween one shot, which Sarah will be playing in. It looks like it's going to be a really fun time, so make sure to check that out as well. But yeah, thanks everyone, and have a good evening.
Join us on Tuesday for Dungeon Defenders.
And join us for Dungeon Defenders. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Make sure to follow, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe if this is on YouTube.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. Bye.
Bye.